There is something about that feeling of starting a new voyage, going into the unknown. You point your compass in the direction your map tells you, and you trust that the horizon you sail towards eventually will change into land. Now this journey to Sardinia didn't go fully as expected. I'm Marius, a 21-year-old captain of sailing vessel Tranquility, an old aluminium sailboat which I just bought with the intention of sailing it around the Med before heading back home to Norway. In Norway, the boat will undergo major changes, one of which will be rebuilding the entire interior of the boat from scratch, filling it with cozy interior, insulation and a wood-fired stove. Join me and all the crew if you want to see what life is like sailing the Med on a tight budget. Now this should hold the course. This is perfect sailing, all the sails are out. We're at the close reach and we can go at the beam reach, but I'm just trying to get us closer to the wind in case it changes direction, or if it's getting stronger we'll fall off to a beam reach so we have the wind to our side. Because that way we can get more tension or more force out of our sail without having to reef them, which means we're going faster. We are now moving at almost 5 knots and we're, as you can see on the flag, we're almost at a beam reach. We're more at the close reach. Ruben is reading some ebook. What are you reading?
From Robert Mark Lehman, environment activist.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool story.
Yeah. Perfect place to read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to show my sitting position here. So I have this as my backrest, this as my sitting position, and also this as my pillow. So either I sit like this very comfortably, or I'm just sailing like this, which is really nice. What's your sitting position?
Yeah. Still straight. And a view on the ocean.
Yeah. I can view the ocean like this. This is my view.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And then I can see what the wind is doing up there and on the flag, and I can see what the sails are doing. It's the perfect place, and then I can turn around and see what the autopilot's doing. Yeah. It's the perfect place to sit. Just having the sail up casually, nothing was going on. It hasn't blown this little in a long time, and then all of a sudden I just heard this tearing sound, and you know, I just tore right off like that. Of the ocean. Well, I'll have to find some way of securing this now so it don't get worse if the wind picks up. There's so much. It's blowing enough that we actually move with only the main. I'm surprised. get a new Genoa and a new name. I only have money problems. I don't have a lot of problems, but I only have money problems. I should go back and work. Huh? Everything expensive is just getting destroyed, which is very frustrating. But I know it's gonna happen, but the thing is, first I want to finish the interior, because that's what I'm gonna live in, and then I wanna be the rich boy and go buy new sails. So I just wanted them to last to Norway, and then I could do the interior, and then I can do the sails after, when I've worked a bit and got some money. But yeah, I'm not going over Atlantic with this stitched sail, which is surprisingly still holding, and this one that I have to stitch now. It's so much stitching. It's gonna be like 20 hours more of stitching for that tear that took 1 millisecond. So my mood is not high right now, or spirits are low. That's how it is. So we were going to arrive today at noon, but now it's sunset again, because we are moving at about 1 knot right now. Usually, sometimes, very good times, we do 2 knots. We're just going by main, and we're so unbalanced right now. So the tiller is trying to turn us this way, and I think I've hove to without meaning to hove to, but I think I just hove to. Ruben is now downstairs trying to make some wraps. How's it going?
Yeah. Bit shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it to prepare a meal for the first time?
On sea, very difficult.
Yeah.
On harbor, much easier.
Yeah. So yeah, I felt my spirit this morning was very much like, what am I doing? Why am I not just, like every day I just sail and it's just the same, just like city life, just I sail instead of going to work, but when I go to work I earn money and I don't have money issues, and it's just all of this, like I felt like the world was crashing down on me. It's like I didn't want to have a 2-day passage, but now we had a 2-day passage, and now it's fine. It's like, I would probably, knowing me correctly, I'll probably go over the Atlantic at some point, but it's just been so much, and everything breaking all the time, and either I'm sailing or working. I'm not slowing down. I should slow more down. So that's how it is right now. But yeah, I had one of those moments where you're just like, what am I doing with my life? I should sell the boat, I should move back, but no. And then also, the fact that I'm gonna start this huge refit when I go back to Norway also frightens me to death, because it's like, I don't even know how to like do carpentry or anything, but I'm gonna learn. I just need, in every project, you just get burnt out if you're doing it too much. So just need to slow down on the sailing. I need to slow down on when I go back to Norway. I need to take some break, get away from the boat, and then I need to slowly work on the boat, but not too much and not too hasty, and think I have a good time. I have the next 10 years building the boat. Of course you want to build the boat as fast as possible, but in reality it's like, I can live with my parents. That's very nice. I like to live with my parents. Of course it's nice having your own space, but just relax. One thing at a time. Now I need to get to Sardinia. I need to stop thinking about all my huge, like, far off goals. I need to think, now I need to get to Sardinia, and I'm going to get to Sardinia. I'm going very slow to Sardinia. If you look on the like the bubbles, like white bubbles on the back of the boat, those are a very good reference of how fast we're moving. As you can see, they're moving, but very slowly. I want to show you guys another tactic, because I kind of lied. We have a way of getting more into the wind, because the keel is also pushing us into the wind. So if we raise our keel, you can see the tiller is perfectly aligned, and we're heading towards where we want with only the head sail. The problem now is, even though we're moving that way, we're really moving that way because the wind is coming from here. It's pushing us, so we're sliding while we're moving forward because the keel is what's making the counterforce in the water. So now we're just bare on top of the water and just sliding. And I don't know why he's complaining, because he has full range of motion both ways. He just don't want to move. But it's gonna stop soon. But now you see we have more speed at least, and we're drifting a little. But we want to go 240, and now I point us 220. So we slide a little, but it's fine because we go that way, we're sliding that way, and that's where we're heading as well. So even though our boat is pointing there, that's not where we want to go. We want to go over there. So the passage is now done. We've now been spending over a day here at this beautiful location in Sardinia. First thing I did when I got here was to take off the Genoa. To start, I was gonna stitch it, but now I'm just gonna measure it and get to a stitching shop because it's way too big job to do by hand. A sailmaker, I mean. Now I'm gonna measure the mainsail, and now the wind picks up, unfortunately. Hope for not long. And it's very clear here. You can see the bottom crystal clear, and there's the shadow of the boat. Very beautiful. I forgot to mention, when we got in here, I turned on the engine, and I noticed a coolant issue because I heard the humming sound of the engine was different. So I checked where the coolant is coming out, and it only came out air. So I realized there was not salt water coming through the coolant system, so I turned off the engine while we were out at sea. Then I opened up the engine compartment and got a bucket of salt water into that pump there, and I could hear the water vapor just shh. So it was very warm in the engine. So the reason I did that was to prime it, because the engine was full of water, air. So the pump is not strong enough to pump water when it's just air. So I primed it by filling it with water, and then it started working when I turned it on again. So now we are actually sailing, and because it's downwind, going by only main actually works surprisingly well with the keel up. We're actually moving. And this is way more beautiful than the passage, I think. And we're going over there somewhere. Maybe grabbing a pizza, I don't know. We'll see. We're now moving about twice as fast as we did the entire passage, which is kind of annoying because we're going the exact same direction. But it's really beautiful. The keel is up, of course, so we're getting more speed. And I'm fascinated. I've never gone downwind with the main. I always use the Genoa or jib for that, but the main works very good. In my mind, it just I just didn't think that the mainsail would be so good for it, but it's really good. I'm just gonna sail like this back to Norway. I don't need new sails. I'm just gonna use this.
This and this wind.
Yeah. I'll just have to wait for the wind.
Yeah.
Just decided to head over there instead because it's such beautiful conditions right now. The main does look very ugly, but it's moving us at 4 knots, and there's not a lot of tension on it either. Like I can move this with my hand, and it's enough to carry us 4 knots, which is really cool. And the autopilot is having a good time. It's flat seas, flat sails. Everything's just perfect right now. We're now going at 4 knots, and there's no waves at all. Sardinia is so beautiful. This is just like back in Norway with the fjord sailing. Because it's like kind of a fjord because of all these mountains that is kind of hindering waves to develop. And it's just flat, and we're going so, like, we only have the main up and it's 4 knots. And it's blowing quite a lot, to be honest, but it's just beautiful. I love it. And now we're gonna anchor just around that corner tonight, where it's just totally calm. As you can see on the water over there, you see it's totally calm. We were also over there, you can see how white it is. We were stuck there was no wind, and we were moving at 0.2 knots for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then we entered this again. It's like, whee! So we just don't want to go in there, so I'm gonna, when I enter where it's no wind, I'm gonna take down the sails, because it's very easy to take down the sails without any wind. I'm just gonna enter the no wind zone, and then I'm just motoring in there and anchoring. We didn't quite reach the calm and it's still blowing quite a lot, but I want to go inside there, and the wind is coming from like there. Wow, there's our anchor. And I'm filming with my phone now because my GoPro died.
Shit.
It's very, very beautiful here. And it's very clear water. You can see the sand everywhere. And as you can see the anchor, which is pretty cool. And it's like 8 meters deep here, and you can see it like just laying on the seafloor like that. It's awesome. We're about to go into town, grab a pizza. Muy buen. Also, if you ever wondered how a trysail look on a Genoa furler, doesn't look too bad, but it stops there. I'm going to miss Sardinia so much. Sardinia is the best of the Med. I haven't been to Greece and stuff, but everywhere I've been, Sardinia is clearly the winner. It's so many beautiful places. There's tranquility. And it's so beautiful here. Look at this. So we're searching for this restaurant. We're just walking all over the place. We just walk through like very shady like neighborhood, whatever, and we're just following the restaurant sign. So it's apparently up there. And we've seen 4 people on the beach, a camping van, and we've been walking around for 20 minutes, and it's just like, where is everyone? It looks like some kind of summer resort, but it's so beautiful now. Like, why? Like, I'm still in my t-shirt and shorts. It's very hot. Why are there no people here? It just seems like this dead city. There's tranquility over there. We found our pizza and yesterday, and now we're leaving this beautiful anchorage and heading towards a town with some sailmakers to try to get the Genoa repaired. We just got it back in a big bag, and yeah, there's finally some wind, but it's coming directly against us. So, and I'm still using my phone. I need to get a new GoPro, so you'll probably see way more close footage of me.
Good morning, guys.
So, this is how it looks like this morning. We have rode now with the Genoa for a very long way over there along this, and the fog is finally clearing. We're going to where that motorboat is going out and land over there. It's hard vlogging now with only the phone, but I'm trying. I'm gonna get a new GoPro because mine is kaput. I've just dug out this it's like 60-70% jib, and I've just used this massive guy over here to cut off the hank-ons. This one is also made to go on the furler on the front, but because of the hanks, it was in the way, but now I can do it. And yeah, I was at Sailmaker today, and he basically said, your Genoa is kaput. It's way too old and you need to get a new one. So now I'm gonna order that as well. But it takes some time to make a sail, so I'm gonna use this meanwhile. And also, Ruben just left, so now I am making Italian frozen pizza. I've never tried frozen pizza in Italy. Hate me as you may, but I'm actually pretty excited because it's way cheaper than in Norway and it looks way better. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to pick up 2 more crew members tomorrow.